And what I want to do is I want to try to help you understand a little bit of what created this sport called fly fishing. There were insects that were present in the river and the fish would feed on these insects, but we had a hard time trying to figure out how we could imitate those. People came up with this great concept of adding furs and feathers to a hook. But you have to remember that over 90% of the food that the fish feed on is below the surface. This is what we're looking at right here, subsurface insects. We want to try to imitate those. One of the best ways to find the types of insects that are in the water is to turn over a rock. Very simple process. You can turn over a rock like this and you look at the bottom and you'll see the insects that are living in the river, the sow bugs, and there's an imitation right next to it. You have a freshwater shrimp, otherwise known as a scud, and the imitation of that, and then a mayfly. This happens to be a gray fox mayfly, and there's a hare's ear that looks very similar to that nymph. And fly fishing is nothing more than taking an imitation, attaching it onto a line, and making it look as natural as you possibly can as it drifts down through any water that inhabits trout. So don't forget, when you're fly fishing, it isn't always on the surface. Look for the naturals in the water and try to imitate them as closely as you possibly can. And when you find them like this, you can become much more successful in fly fishing.